Hi guys, this is Nick from TechNickLDesigns.com. I've came up with a cool mod that everyone's gonna like. It's the first time ever that there's a Hot Wheel like this, and I believe it's the best custom LED Hot Wheel out there. I will show you what it is. Let me show you the car here. This is a 2017 Ford GT. Nothing special about it. I'm gonna take it out of the blister so you guys can see it. I've already opened it. Of course, it's already been custom. So let me take it out here. As you can see, it's a Hot Wheel. And see if you can spot the difference here, or something that's different actually. Closer look. I've kept the blue, which is the stock color. I haven't painted it. As you can see, if you can't tell by now, there is a black dot, which is a button on the passenger side. There's also one on the driver's side. And the tail lights, the exhaust system, and the backup lights. And let me show you how it works here. Okay, and here's the car as it sits. The buttons don't work, of course. That's because it's in the off mode. To actually turn it on, you would actually have to press the windshield, and then the car will disarm itself. And then once it's disarmed, you can go ahead and play with it. As you're driving down the road, if you want to make a right turn, you would signal right. Or if you wanted to make a left turn, you would signal left. As you're coming along, you're going to make a right turn. Of course, you signal first. Then you turn. If you're coming from the left, coming along, you signal first, and you turn. And let's say you come along and you wanna stop. So you would drive along, and you got to hit your brakes before you stop. If you want to back up, your backup lights will come on, and then you would back up and then drive off. And let me show you up close here. The button right there, if you hold it, your signals will come on. So here's the front, and here's the back. Of course, the left signal also works. And here's the front. And let's say if you were to park your car, you would hit the top button and your parking lights would come on. And then it'll just stay on like that. And if it was nighttime, you would turn on your headlights. Of course, your tail lights will come on too. Let me show you that again. Park and tail lights. If it's not bright enough, you can turn on your high beam. And at the same time, with your lights on, you can signal. Let's see here. And the other side. And if it gets foggy, you could turn on your fog lights. And if your car breaks down, you could turn on your emergency blinkers. Or let's say if you're at a car show, you could turn on your strobe lights. Let's take a closer look at the lights. It's got dual layer, just like the real Ford GT. It's got side markers. It's got the backup lights down here and the signal lights, which is on top of here, which you can't see. And the exhaust does have holes. And the taillight's O-ring. And another feature is that when you're driving along and you come to a stop and you want to stop, you can hit your brakes. Let me show you that up close. With your lights off, you would hit the two left and right buttons and your brake lights will come on. And then with the lights on, parking lights on, brake lights, tail lights, brake lights. And of course, if you do want to back up, if you're parked or something, you want to back up, you can hit the driver's side door 2 times and the backup lights will come on. And if you want to honk the horns, you would press the passenger side door 2 times, and then while holding it down, you could press the driver's side door. And if you leave the car in the off state for about 3 minutes, it'll arm itself, go into a sort of off state mode to save batteries, so you don't have to worry about turning it off because there's no off switch. There you go. Here's the 164 LED chip. And let me compare it to the Hot Wheel for size. So this chip itself will go inside here somewhere, like right there. And then you can hook the batteries, the ground, the power, and of course these guys are positive outputs. Goes out, and these are inputs. There's a button left, top, and right. And here's an integra that I'm working on. Let me open it up for you guys here. Okay, here's the base. Here's the chip. You put the chip in the base, and it'll sort of stay in there. For the top button, you can glue the button here or wherever you want, depending on your car. Like that. I also have a chip to hold your button here, this type of button, and it'll stay there too. And as for your top, in order to make room for these two, you have to basically cut the back seat. So once you cut the back seat, you can put it back in there, and your your windshield will become a button itself. So when you put the shell back on, the windshield here will be a button. And of course the other two buttons here and here, your left and your right button. As far as the light goes, you basically do your lights on the inside of your car, and then you would wire all the grounds to the ground. Like if there's 3 lights, 1, 2, 3, or 1 ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ground, and then each individual plus wire will come to the signal light, headlight, high beam, fog lights, and so forth. And these are the plus outputs, and that's the minus, which is common to all the minus on the LEDs, and the plus will go to the other ones here. As far as the buttons go, there's a ground, which is a minus, that also goes to the ground pin, and then the other side of the button goes to these guys. This is the windshield button, which is the middle one. So you would put 1 wire here to ground, and then 1 wire from the other side to the middle, which will be the top. And as far as your right and left button, it goes in the hole that you've drilled, and one of the pins will come down to ground, and one of the other side of the button pin will go to the left button, and on this side one will go to this ground to that ground, so you only have 1 wire. And the other side of the button, you could go to the other pin and go to the website, download the instruction manual, and it'll tell you which pins are for what light and what buttons. And here you have the 164 LED PCB that I've designed. On the bottom side here, you have the individual, there's 5 pads here. If you want all the features, don't do anything. And if you want certain features, just cut their respective trace here. I don't know if you guys can see it closer, but there's tiny traces that you cut with an X-Acto to select the functions that you desire. And also the instruction manual will tell you what each of these pads do. So go to the website, download the instruction manual, see what it does, and configure what you want for your desired functions before you install it. Because when you do install it, this side's going to go underneath, and you won't be able to cut after that. And there you have it, your 164 LED PCB lighting chip for your 164 scale die-cast cars. Okay guys, thank you for watching and letting me demonstrate my custom LED Hot Wheel here. I believe it's the best LED Hot Wheel car out there. And if you think it's the best one, leave me a comment. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I will be building more cars in the upcoming month. That way you get noticed. And I'm going to be tracking every single step of it. So that way you can build your own LED custom And don't forget to go to my website. I've collected all the materials and components that you need to build your own LED custom die-cast cars. And the chip that I use in here, I've personally designed it, and I've also got it patent pending. So my website is the only place you could get it. And there's instructions on what to do. So subscribe, leave comments, and check out my website. And I'll see you guys again. Stay tuned.